Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, thank you so very much for stopping by, and to my day one subscribers, I love you so very much. It's me with a new video. So I'm sure you've been wondering like what is happening, what's going on. She's been gone for a long time. She pitches in, she pitches out, like what is going on, what happened with her. Your guess is good as mine, but to just give you a straight answer, it was me trying to figure out who I really was. Like you can judge from the title, I was really finding out who I am for real. That's why I was just like, I'm actually so confused myself. I really don't know what I'm up to, what do I stand for. That's why I was just like, you know what, before confusing most people, let me just sit back and try to figure out. And it has to be at a point where I got so confused in my life, and that confusion came from me losing a very important person. I was just like kind of confused. I was like, is it really worth living, you know? Because this person meant like my entire living, you know what I mean? So I'm trying not to cry. Even when you're doing things and you're just like, I got to do these things for her, I one day share a story because I was so depressed. I just wished I could, just end my life. But then again, I remembered that I still have few people who are very important in my life that I wouldn't let them suffer just because of poor decision. I was just like, if one day I had to leave this earth, I need to make sure I leave at least one thing with people. Number one, I started practicing gratitude. I started being more thankful of who I am, what I stand for, more specifically for the people in my life. That literally what I learned, because they say you learn from experience and you actually learn the hard way. It took me to lose this person to actually value more of life and people that I have in my life. Number two, I learned to actually honor my pains. I learned to turn my pain into purpose. Like, what do I really stand for? What if life had to be the other way around? I felt like there is a purpose in your life to experience pain and failures. If I didn't experience that, I lost, I don't think I was gonna be able to just stand up and start my life over, because also I took all my pains and just turned them in something very meaningful. Just like, if I can't stand now and build myself, I would never stand again. This is my last chance. So learn to thrive in your pains, and that's what really made me sit here today and actually be able and comfortable enough to share my life journey. So number three, I learned to spend time with people who inspire me. If you're in my life and you do not add any value, I was just obliged to let you go. This was also very tough for me, because when you look on your contact list, be it on WhatsApp, Facebook, email address and everything, I had people who would never agree with what I believe in, with what I stand for. I had to cut off almost 50% of my contact list. Block, delete, just get rid of everything. I felt like I was detoxing. We don't only detox from food and stuff, but also detox with people who do not bring you peace, people who do not add any value in your life. So for me, I stopped being a people pleaser, because I think that's where my weaknesses lied at that time. So for me, it was just like, you look for validation from a person who does not inspire you in anything. That's how confused I was, that how so distraught I was, because I was looking for approval. And to actually let go of that part was very difficult, because now people would be like, this is not you. You used to be a sweet and a kind girl. What happened? Why did you just change all of a sudden? So it's very not easy to actually get rid of people, get rid of the life that you believed being a better life, or just kind of let me start over. So number four, as they say, you cannot grow in a place where you got hurt, in a place where you had like bad memories of. So I had to relocate, you know, I had to change the environment, because I believe a place where you find yourself, an environment where you live, has a big impact on how you go about life. I had to move to a new city, away from everything that used to trigger. So number 5, I learned to explore my passion. Yes, of course, I believe in education 100%. I believe that it's very important to study, but I also believe that you shouldn't give up on your passion, something that you're good at. For education, you can, you know, do both, but most importantly, focus on your passion. Passion meaning doing things that you're happy, things that whenever you do, you feel your whole self. And that's what gave me the courage to actually, you know, stood up and go. Because remember, I was still a student, so I didn't have much going on with myself, and I was just like, I'm still much of like dependent, so I really don't know how to go you know, about my life all alone. So I would still need some support. But then again, I remembered like, oh no girl, you're good at 1 or 2 3 things, so how about you start putting things into practice. And that's what I did. Focused on my passion, and it led me to a place where I am today. 5, practiced self-acceptance. I stopped looking for validation. I stopped like doing things so people could like me, so that I could still, you know, be part of a, you know, squad or something. I started accepting who I was and what I had, you know what I mean. I was just like, this is me, you know, as broke as I am, I'm gonna be content with what I have. And that kind of sent me to accept the season that I found myself in, and believing that it's not gonna be permanent, you know. So in that like self-acceptance, I actually learned to focus on what I can and let go of what I couldn't. I learned to practice more serenity, because I felt like the thing that I was doing in the past is to try to change things, try to change people, try to make people understand where I was coming from. I got to the point where I was just like, you know what, I'm done, I'm tired. I'm not gonna force people. I'm not gonna ask people to believe in what I'm believing in. I'm not gonna ask people to do things for me. I'm done. I'm gonna do things for me. Number 7, traveling. There's nothing as educational as traveling. You learn a lot. And I kind of just, you know, went for holiday, and I was just like, no, it's fine, it's okay, no problem. And things that I found out, I was just like, what am I doing with my life? There's no way in my life I would have discovered, you know, the power of traveling if I stayed in one place and be like, no, what, I'm comfortable here. I don't need to go there. I don't need to travel. You know, that's made me understand why the narcissist in my life never allowed me to travel on my own, because maybe they were scared of things that I might have found, which eventually did happen. I found things out, and I'm so grateful. So number 8, I set boundaries. You know, I learned that people would not always give me what I expect of myself, and that's okay. And in case where they don't give me that, I still need to find a way of dealing with them. I still need to teach them how to treat me. If you come in my space, you need to learn how to act around me. So I learned to say no. I learned to say yes without feeling any sense of remorse. Like, oh, why are you saying? Because before I would feel like, no, you shouldn't have said that. You should go and apologize. But at this point, if I do things, it's when I actually learned to do things for me. And if I do things and I know that what I did was for me, it made me happy. It made me, you know, feel good about myself. I'm not gonna apologize about it. I'm gonna do me. And that's what I learned, to be unapologetic about any choice that I made in my life. I'm just gonna remind you that it's not easy to stand up and be your own person. It's not easy to actually say, you know what, I'm done. It's not easy to say no to things that you used to say yes to. It's not easy to unlearn things. And trust me, I'm still unlearning so many things, a lot of things. I'm still on this journey. But the 2 years have been the best years of my life. You know, I could have never imagined me being on my own, making my own decisions without feeling a sense of like explaining and over explaining. I never imagined not seeking approval, because everything I was like doing, I needed approval from these people. I need approval from this person. I need this person to agree with me. For me, I was always, what are they going to think? What are they going to say? Thank you so very much. It was lovely sharing my story with you, and see you in the next. Bye. Mwah.